All right, guys, moving on with our drawing number one project. We're going to create this Tetris block, and I kind of got it close to what my drawing is. So when I look at my side view here and I compare it to my side view in SketchUp, I can tell I have that basic shape designed. However, I need to remove some sections to kind of create that block. So how do you do that? Well, one of the things we're going to do is use our line tool, and we need to kind of read our drawing very closely. So if I look at my front side view, right, I know this block is 2 feet tall, and I can see that measurement right here. And I know I have a line that I can see at 1 foot up. So I know that this distance from the bottom to here is 1 foot. And I also know from this edge, looking at my side view, from here to here is 1.5 feet. So now I just need to draw that in Google SketchUp so I can create this shape in this three-dimensional program. So how do you do that? Okay, we're going to use our line tool here a little bit. So it's this pencil-looking tool, or L on your keyboard. And what I can do is move it around in SketchUp. And you'll notice that SketchUp likes to connect to lines or surfaces. So as I have my line tool sitting on the side of my cube, I get this blue purpley diamond and it says on face, so I can draw on the side. If I move it down towards a line, it turns into a red square and it says, hey, you're on the edge. And you can kind of feel it has a little bit of gravity, just kind of snaps in there. So there's a little bit of wiggle room, but you can pull off of that. As I slide along that edge, I can find my midpoint and it'll turn into a blue circle. So there's my midpoint. And when I get onto a corner or an endpoint, it turns into a green circle. So that knowledge or knowing what those things mean can be very helpful because I know the difference between the midpoint of 2 feet is 1 foot. I can just put my pencil on that line and move up to that midpoint. All right, I'm going to click there one time and I'm going to start drawing a line out. Now, this line I can tell by looking at my drawing over here needs to be 1.5 feet long. So I'm going to come back into my drawing and I'm just going to use my keyboard. So 1.5 feet and hit enter and it draws my lines. Now I'm still connected to my line so I can continue it on. If I wanted to stop here, I could just hit escape and it will cancel out that line function. But I'm not going to do that. I want to draw my second line going straight down. And I can just bring that straight down onto my surface on my edge. I can do different angles if I want, but I want it to snap down and it'll turn blue when it does. And I'm going to click again. Okay, so there my line has ended because I ended on another line. And I've kind of drawn this. Now use your orbit tool, or O, on the keyboard, and you can rotate around. I drew through it on the one side. I don't see it anywhere else. But here's where the real power from Google SketchUp kind of kicks in. And I'm going to kind of leave it at this angle so you can see a little bit. I'm going to use my push-pull tool, which is P on the keyboard. And I can select it. And you see that I can select different surfaces now. That line kind of separates one area from another, so I can select different things here. I'm going to select the section that I just drew. I'm going to click it one time and I'm going to push it in. And what I can do is when I get even with the other side, it kind of turns a little translucent. I can click. Let's try that again. And now it's gone. So I just drew that on that one side. I use my push-pull tool. Let's see that again. I can just click on that surface, push towards the end. When it goes translucent, you see a little bit of that shadow come through. I can click again, and now it's gone. I can use my orbit tool now to kind of rotate around and see that it's completely gone like magic. Bring it back over to my side view. All of a sudden now I'm starting to see that shape. I just now need to cut out this extra corner, which again, I'm going to use my line tool. L on the keyboard to select it or pull it out of the menu up here. Find that midpoint, which I know is 1 foot. Click, drag over my line, 1.5 feet into my dimensions, hit enter to draw the line, and then continue that line straight up to here. Click again. There it is. Use that push pull tool and push that away. There it goes. And there we go. I can check out my drawing. Look at that, nice, clean. No extra lines, no random marks. I can check my dimensions with my tape measure tool to make sure that this is 1 foot tall, which it is. And I can measure this to make sure it is 3.5 feet, which it is 3 feet 6 inches. So there we go. I know I have this done. And when I look over here on my rubric, I will know, hey, that is a 4.0 drawing. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to hit File, Save As, and I'm going to call this Offset Ledge. So just save it to my desktop real quick for you guys. Offset Ledge. And I'm going to save that as a Google SketchUp model. Click Save. And now when I go to submit my assignment, I just need to attach that file into Canvas and hit Submit. I'll take a look at those and grade you. All right, if you guys have any questions, come talk to me, but that's how you complete drawing number 1.